It was recently announced at the annual Blackpool Pleasure Beach Resort season launch that there is a brand new ride coming to the park for 2026. But what do we know about this project so far? Let's take a look. So the brand new ride coming to the Pleasure Beach is an Intamin Gyro Swing. It will be located on the old Bowlerdrome arcade site. This site in the Pleasure Beach is located opposite the river caves and nearby to the fountains and of course the catering area near the fountains. Now currently, at the time of filming, the Bowlerdrome arcade building has yet to be knocked down and the old Planet Rock show building is also still standing. Now it's my understanding that that building and the Bowlerdrome arcade building will be coming down in the near future so that groundwork for this new attraction can begin at the Pleasure Beach. From a Pleasure Beach fan perspective, this area of the park has always been up for debate in terms of what will the Pleasure Beach do with the space. Now the reason these debates have always sort of come around in the last couple of years is because since Icon opened at the Pleasure Beach, there's been so many different rumours about what Pleasure Beach might or might not do with this space. The rumours about this particular space at the Pleasure Beach really started to gather pace once Icon had opened at the park in May 2018. There was a lot of rumours circulating about another roller coaster from Mack Rides being built at the park to follow on from Icon to go where the Bowlerdrome building is or was. But obviously that didn't happen. But halfway through the 2018 season, there was some storm damage to the Bowlerdrome arcade building. Now, of course, this is something that the park could not help at the time, so that meant some of the theming came down. Then, during the closed season, all of the theming was removed from the arcade building. So everyone just thought, the building's clearly going to come down over the closed season. They've not fixed the theming, they've removed it. So we all got a little bit giddy. The building's going to come down, we're going to get another roller coaster. Of course, that didn't happen. The theming was taken down because of the storm damage and the arcade continued to be available and open for guests at the Pleasure Beach for a few more years that followed. Fast forward to the 2023 season and things were changing in the Bowlerdrome area. Markings could easily be spotted on the ground all around the building. Machines inside the arcade had been stripped back, there was hardly anything in there, and all of a sudden it just felt like something was going to happen in that area. It had gone from being a fairly lively and full arcade with lots of machines in there to being next to nothing in there, markings on the ground, and all of a sudden you're thinking, is this new attraction in this area going to happen? Then of course, fast forward to the 2024 season, the arcade building is closed, the toilets by the arcade building get closed halfway through the season, and then we go to the start of 2025, the stairs down from By Infusion to the toilets near the Bowlerdrome building are gone. There's big construction walls around the area, and of course this only served to create more speculation about new rides in the area. And back to the future, the here and now, March 2025, we all know that it's going to be an Intamin Gyro Swing going in this space at the Pleasure Beach. The timescale of the buildings coming down and the construction starting on the new attraction is currently unknown, but it's going to be a hive of activity over the next couple of weeks and months, and it's going to be interesting to see from inside of the park. Of course, the construction walls are very high. There's no really clear views into this space, so it's not going to be like Icon where you can see it from various points and you can get lots of construction updates. It's a very hidden area, and I think we're all going to be mostly relying on big updates coming from the Pleasure Beach, which I hope to see, and I think we will see. I think we've seen a big shift in the way that Pleasure Beach are doing PR, social media, and so on. So I'm pretty certain that we're going to get regular updates once things start happening in the area. So whilst using some footage of existing Intamin Gyro Swings, like the one that's coming to Pleasure Beach, I'm just going to talk through some of the statistics and things that we know about this attraction coming to the Pleasure Beach. So of course, we all know it's an Intamin Gyro Swing. It will be opening in 2026. It will swing as high as 138 foot. It has a maximum capacity of 40 riders per cycle. Technical info from Intamin on their website that these attractions can go up to 100 kilometers per hour, which is approximately 62 miles per hour. The theoretical throughput is 900 people per hour, and it will have a comfortable lap bar restraint with a seatbelt buckle. For even more information about these Intamin Gyro Swing attractions, I will put a link in the description of the video to Intamin's Gyro Swing product page on their website. So why am I excited about this project? Why are fans of the Pleasure Beach excited about this project? Let's talk Intamin Gyro Swings. And while I'm talking about why I am excited about this project, I will put on the screen some shots that I've filmed of various Intamin Gyro Swings. The next generation big Intamin Gyro Swings that I've done will be on the screen as I'm talking through why I'm excited about this project. So the first one of these modern Intamin Gyro Swings that I did was Loki at Leesburg. Now that is fit into a really, really tight space in the park. Because of that, the interactions with nearby attractions and of course the walkways beneath it are incredible. You get incredible views off it. It's very forceful. There's a lot of hang time. There's a lot of air time. And it is a genuinely scary attraction for anyone that's scared of heights, because these things go really high. Due to the lap bar restraint, you get a lot of freedom in the seat. There's a lot of space, so you feel the airtime, you feel the forces, and you really do feel exposed to the height of the attraction when it's swinging up high over a path, over water, near other attractions, in the case of Loki, and you think, wow, I am really high. I'm right over another attraction or a walkway or a lake, and I've only got a lap bar. So it's so thrilling, so exciting, and I just can't describe how amazing Loki is, but it is one of the best flat rides in the world, if not the best. And we are getting one of these at Blackpool Pleasure Beach Resort, which is going to have similar elements to that. It's going to have the closeness to the big one. You're going to get views of the beach and the sea and the seafront and the rest of the Pleasure Beach. The views are going to be amazing. The airtime's going to be amazing. Everybody's going to feel the forcefulness of the ride. It's going to be a fantastic addition. There's two more of these that I've done too. One of them, and I think I've got the name right, is Tigeren at Diers Summerland in Denmark. That is actually the biggest example of an Intamin Gyro Swing. It's bigger than Loki, and it is just incredible. Again, airtime, hang time, forces, views. It doesn't quite have the same interactions as Loki at Leesburg, so it's not quite as good for me in that sense, but it's still an incredible flat ride and something that when I was in this park, I went on it loads of times because I thought it was a great attraction. And the most recent one I've done was last year at Linnanmäki in Finland, and it was called Swingy. The most recent Intamin Gyro Swing to open, and it was fantastic. Again, all the same things I've said about the other two. It's the airtime, the hang time, the forces. They're just great rides to ride, but they're also great to watch as well. And I can imagine when it is open at Pleasure Beach, the new Gyro Swing, of course, we don't know the name yet. We just know it's Project 2026. But when we see it, it's going to be a real crowd pleaser. People are going to love watching it inside the park. People are going to see it from outside the park as well. It is going to pull people into the park off the seafront. I'm certain of it. People are going to look at it and be like, I need to do this attraction, because it is going to look incredible on the Pleasure Beach skyline. And I just can't wait to see it. I really can't wait to see it at the park. It's going to look fantastic. It's going to be fantastic to go on it. It's going to be fantastic to watch. And it's going to bring so much positive energy to the Pleasure Beach in terms of everybody that's in the park is going to be excited to see it, excited to ride it. And it's going to bring a real feel-good factor to the Pleasure Beach in 2026. To be fair, that feel-good factor about it already started last week with all the hype and excitement that was on social media. The majority of that was great. However, there was a minority that were suggesting that this type of attraction is just a fun fair attraction that you will see on the travelling circuit when you go to your local fun fair. That's nonsense. You're not going to find an Intamin Gyro Swing at your local fun fair. You can always find some good rides on a travelling fun fair, but you're not going to find an Intamin Gyro Swing. Certainly not of this scale, and certainly not an Intamin one. Something else I've regularly seen on social media since the announcement of this attraction is, will it bring the crowds to the Pleasure Beach? Well, I hope so, but of course there's no guarantee. you never know until that ride is open. Of course, a good strong marketing campaign will certainly help. Regular updates from the Pleasure Beach in terms of here's where we are with the project, and just constant updates similar to what other parks have done over the years. A big example for me is what Wallaby Holland did when they opened Untamed with the Making of Untamed series. There was almost weekly, 2 weekly updates when things started to move in terms of construction, regular updates from people on the project, from the manufacturers, and it was a really, really good series that just got everybody so hyped for that project. I'm certain, given what we've seen in terms of the improvement with PR, marketing and everything from Pleasure Beach in the last few months, that they are going to go all in on getting the crowds to come to their park to ride this new attraction in 2026. So in the meantime, whilst we wait for the Gyro Swing to open, there is of course still many reasons to visit the Pleasure Beach. That's just my opinion. I enjoy visiting with my season pass as much as I can. Rides on the big one, rides on Icon, the wooden coasters. We're still waiting for the Grand National to open, of course. That's going to be something to look forward to in the summer. And of course, there is the launch of Launchpad, whenever that may be. So that's all from me today. There will be more Intamin Gyro Swing updates on this channel when there's more news, when there's more things to talk about. But for now, that's all on the subject. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. It's a little thumbs up below. Please comment, are you excited about this new attraction coming to the Pleasure Beach? Many thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.